if you're a motorcyclist, you like riding in the mountains, and the north is all mountains. You know, and there are so many loops and little trips you can do. It's unlimited. If you haven't been to Mae Hong Son, you haven't ridden North Thailand. I think many guys think that. Well, I've always ridden motorbikes all my life. I started in Australia when I was 17. I've never owned a car. I've just always ridden motorbikes, so it's always been there. When I first came, I was just a backpacker. I was always going to go to India and never got there. Went back to Australia, come back, stayed on Koh Samui. I think I went to Koh Samui 3 times. And then eventually made it to Bangkok and did the usual thing, and you fell in love, you know, and that was the end of going to India. By that stage I decided I wanted to live in Thailand, and then we moved to Chiang Mai because I knew I didn't want to be in Bangkok. Once you're back in Chiang Mai, then that was it. You're hooked on motorcycle riding. Anyone who rides a motorbike, it's the only place to be. 30 years ago, when I first had my second-hand bookshop with a wife and that, and I had a name then for riding a motorbike everywhere. Travel writers and journalists would always come to see me first to learn about new attractions of that, new roads and places to go to update their guidebooks. You know, the highlight was to come to Mae Hong Son and get your certificate to say you've been there and done that. You know, I think that's become like a holy grail for motorcyclists. You come to the Golden Triangle in North Thailand, but you have to come to Mae Hong Son. Manufacture of big bikes in Thailand here, and the import of them in the last 5, 6, 7 years, big bike touring here has really taken off. And there are hundreds of guys in season that are out there riding in big caravans. You get caravans, you know, Thai caravans going to Laos and China and Vietnam, 20, 30, 40 bikes. It's all good, and they're all out riding around and travelling like that now. Well, Mae Hong Son has always been the destination to come. I've had several friends that love coming here, and a couple of those guys actually died. And we decided to do something in the memory of those guys, and we have a couple of plaques at the temple here. So every year we come and have a memorial ride to celebrate these guys. And these guys, the first couple of guys, were actually mates in Phuket. They weren't even living in Chiang Mai, but they enjoyed the GT Rider Forum, a website that gave them information to come to North Thailand and ride their motorbikes around. And that was their best rides they ever did, was coming to Mae Hong Son, they said. We carry a big banner we print out and actually take the guys with us and take them into the restaurant, into the pub, and just carry on as normal as if the guys are there and celebrate them. You know, 'cause they love to go motorbike riding and partying with us, and we miss them. And we'll never forget those guys. They're close to our heart, all of them. The great part of Mae Hong Son, I think, is just getting there. And the people in Mae Hong Son, they're very proud of their traditions and their culture here. It's different to other places, and they want to keep it like that, which is good, you know. And that's what attracts people here in the first place, the ethnic identity, their culture and their traditions. And it's always great to go out and meet different people and that. And Thai people, they're fantastic. The more poor they are, the more honest and sincere they are. You have the best times with those people. Nobody bothers you, they're always happy to see you, especially if you ride a motorbike. You know, you're at the same level, the same plane they're in, and you can actually talk to them as you're riding down the street and down the road, you know, and they'll chat to you if you get out of a car or a minibus. I never studied or learnt Thai, you know. I just picked it up as I went with my ex-wife. We only ever spoke English. She spoke very good English in the end, you know, and I learnt Thai by travelling up country by myself where no one spoke English, you know, 20, 30 years ago up country, and you're immersed in the language, and then you listen to it and you pick up words, and then you remember those words, and you can make phrases and then sentences, and then you can talk to people. Yeah, I had the bookshop, and then once that was gone, then I had to start again. And the idea to get information to people, then you had to have a website. You know, and GT Rider was just started as a means of getting information to people to promote motorcycle touring here and riding. And then it just basically grew from that. There were no websites like that at the time. Oh, I think most people now they have to come with a GPS or some map on their smartphone as well. That's part of the fashion. And it's easy to sort of track where you're going and store stuff that way. But at the same time, you still really need a blow-up hard copy map so you can make a plan of where you're going. No doubt with 250,000 visitors a month, you know, it's become influential. It's very well known. And people want to know about places where to go, and that it's all there for them. I'm happy to cheer as many people to come and ride a motorbike here. I've had a good life here. I've enjoyed myself. I want to put something back and help the locals and try and cheer local communities and get people to stay in smaller towns and don't worry about staying in the big cities. And people have a good experience, and the locals appreciate that, and they know. I go and meet people and they say, oh, we know people are coming from you now, David, you know. And it's a very good feeling from that, but I'm happy to do that. Well, I think it's easy going there. We don't have trouble with police and stuff, no laws to worry about. You can enjoy yourself riding around and be relaxed and don't have to worry about anything. You're not going to get robbed or stitched up like that. Thai people are so easygoing and they'll joke and laugh with you. Maybe you can't speak the language, but they'll still joke and laugh and have fun with you and talk to you. And you can mix in with them like that and you feel welcome. There's no need for people to be scared or worried about coming here, you know. Everyone rides a motorbike here. And you rock up on a motorbike and they're happy to talk to you. You're not some strange character or something, you're just one of them doing the same thing.